living. Can't even text and drive. Watch YouTube while driving in Washington.
Ridiculous. You understand that, right?
Take away my freedoms. My freedoms.
The freedom to crash into somebody at will.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
I have a walking text app that uses a camera, and you can like see through it. So if you're walking, you can like text from up here and still see through your phone to make sure you're not running into anything. So I could use that while I'm driving.
Good Lord, Brett.
No, I do not agree with texting and driving, and it's also illegal in Idaho. Texting and driving and watching YouTube. That's even more illegal. I remember I was like near the end of a season of, I think it was Nip Tuck, or no, it had to have been Dexter. Yeah, it was Dexter, and like oh, I have to know what happens. I was like watching it while driving to work, and I realized this is fucking stupid. What the hell am I doing? And I put away my phone. But I was like, wow, am I fucking retarded? Oh, right there, perfect. It's like the last Telltale thing I looked up. This is kind of I agree a lot with this thing, so I'm just going to, there isn't really anything to watch.
Step 5. Admitted to God, ourselves, and to another.
As an atheist, this is...
Okay, let's get into it.
Oh yeah, I have YouTube Red. I don't need the screen on.
Being a crusader for addiction counseling, you guys are probably wondering why I said recovered addict instead of recovering addict, and why the title of the video is Don't Follow the 12-Step Program. We'll get into the last part in a minute, but the reason I don't call myself recovering is because I don't consider myself recovering. I consider myself recovered. Calling yourself recovering is part of the 12-Step Program, and I think it's complete bullshit. And for reference, this doesn't just apply to alcohol. They have Narcotics Anonymous too, NA. And I went to a few of those groups when I was recovering. It's the same thing. Same steps, same process, same chips, same everything. That being said, let's start off with the first step. Find a hobby. Scrapbooking, learn to play an instrument, learn computer programming, anything. Find something to occupy your time and your mind. 4. Build up a support network. Friends and family who are clean and want you to be clean too. 5. Find somebody you can talk to about your feelings and problems. Drug counselors are an ideal choice. Maybe find a drug or alcohol support group led by a trained and certified drug counselor. 6. Realize that you are the only one who can affect change in your life, and that you're responsible to take action to keep yourself clean. I've told this story on my channel before, but I was addicted to drugs for a few years. It was after my family started shunning me for leaving the religion, but ultimately I can't blame anybody but myself. When I first started to get clean, I was going to secular group counseling sessions. It was fantastic. I was paying like $200 a month to go to these groups. I loved it. I told my stories and other people told their stories. We all became good friends. We saw each other through the pain, physical and emotional. The place was owned and administrated by ex-drug addicts. I'm not saying you have to be an ex-addict to be a drug counselor, but it's a lot easier to relate to our situation when you've been through it too. It took me years to pull my life back together, but eventually I got to the point where I was sick of going to group counseling. The people were still great, but I started to see the fakers, and it bothered me a lot. At a certain point, I just didn't want the reminder of the fact that I was once an addict, so I stopped going. And ever since, I've called myself a recovered addict. I've been clean for almost 6 years now, and I'm a drug counseling activist as well as a religious activist. You don't need God in your life to get clean. If God is your sole motivation for getting clean, you're much more likely to relapse. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Follow me on Twitter, Patreon, and Facebook.
And Discord. No, whatever. He's also on Discord.
Okay, so I have a couple things to say that. First and foremost,
The
first step of our program says to find a God as we understand him. Not Jesus, not Christian God. The word God, I feel, should be removed from our understanding. I think it should be replaced with higher power.
Yeah.
The hardest thing for me, because I was
Replace yourself with higher power.
Because
That's what I've always done.
Not yourself. The reason I was very atheist going into recovery. When I went to rehab, I was like, fuck God, because this, that, and the other thing. And my counselor looked at me and he goes, how many times have you almost died? I was like, quite a few. He goes, did you? No. Why not? I was like, well, science this, science that, and science that. Take Division Street exam.
True.
And he was like, okay, but who or how did the science all affect itself? And I was like, I don't know. He goes, how many times have you almost crashed? Like driving while I was drunk. And I was like, a couple. And he goes, did you? No, I lived, miraculously. He goes, miraculously? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, so why can't that be your higher power? And I was like,
I see what you're saying.
I said, okay. And so when I was in treatment for the month, the thing
I don't like
his
epistemology very well, but
what I had to do in treatment for the month was every time there was whenever there was something that just worked, you want to be in your left lane because you're going to take a left.
I just want to make sure this guy's not.
There we go.
Yep.
But what I was doing was anytime something just happened that I didn't work on, that I didn't put effort towards, and shit just happened, why not write it down? And I had a box.
Oh, that's cool.
I had a box.
That's fun.
And I would put those things in
I don't
my
believe
box.
in fate or karma, but
I believe in karma.
Yeah. Huh?
So you're gonna go up there. You're gonna take a left.
Okay.
And then you're gonna take a left on Stevens and go up the side.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to jump over 2 lanes. Oh God.
That's fine.
I mean science. Oh, science.
But so when I was done with treatment, like right the day before I left, my counselor was like, "Go grab your God box," and I was like, "Okay." And I told him I would leave it as a God box because it's what he was trying to do is teach me about my God.
Yeah.
And teach me about my higher power and how my higher power is working for me in ways that I couldn't work for myself.
And was he a religious counselor or was he a board certified?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody's doing it.
Take a left.
Yep.
All the way in your left lane.
Oh, all the way.
Yeah. And don't hit the guy on the bike. Or with the bike, I guess, not on it.
He looks like a scumbag.
So at this light, take a left.
Okay.
Or not this light, just kidding. This is down, not Stevens. Anyways, so the guy was like...
What's that song about being downtown? Downtown, or something like that?
Downtown! I don't know.
That's more accurate.
But, nevertheless...
I don't think it's a real song, but still.
It is. It's by Macklemore.
Sounded... Oh, no, I was talking about from like the 60s. So...
I couldn't tell you. But anyways, and so I had this God box, and it was like, we went through it, and I looked at it, and he was like, he goes, here's all these things that I was able to say did not happen for me. I did not make these good things happen. He goes, if you didn't make those good things happen, what did? And I was like, coincidence? And he goes, and so how did the coincidence get set up in your life? Good question. And he goes, higher power.
I would have said sobriety.
He goes, higher power, maybe? And just a maybe.
Okay, yeah, just a
was
maybe.
Enough for me to be like, there is something more bigger than me out there. Do I believe it's a God? No. Take this left. Do I believe it's a God? No. I think my higher power is very much nature. I think my higher power is very much coincidence. I think my higher power is very much kind of like, I managed to be here while this was happening, and so then this benefited me. I didn't control that.
Let me use a little, I haven't practiced very much, but a little, just a touch of the sort of epistemology that I have kind of been learning a bit of. I have no idea where I'm going.
You're going up the hill.
Okay, I'm going up the hill. Alright. Alright, you did say that we can just set aside the God thing for a bit. Let's just go back to the karma thing. On a scale of 1 to 10, how 0 being you don't believe karma exists at all, and 10 being you put complete faith in karma, and karma dictates what you do every day in your life and how you do it. On that scale, where would you place yourself?
You
when
want to
it
get
comes
over
to-
a couple lanes now that I'm thinking
Okay.
about it. You want to be on the left part of the right 2 lanes.
Okay.
Woo!
Yep.
On that side of it.
Yep. Somewhere I have 4-wheel drive.
I would say probably like a 6 or a 7.
Probably 6 or 7.
Yeah,
Okay.
Not 10 at all.
And do you have any evidence that can be shown to be caused by this outside external force?
Yeah.
Not the things that happened, but what caused the things that happened. Do you have any evidence that it was actually a outside greater force of some kind?
So, in order for me to say that it was caused by an outside greater force, I don't know what caused that greater force to act.
So what do you think you're using to determine that something did act?
Because I didn't.
Okay. I'm just wondering if it might have something to do with, I mean, I really don't want to
Keep going.
lead the witness, as they say, but, what method do you use to reach the conclusion that it was something from outside of you?
Did I do something to make this happen?
You're not asking me.
No.
Okay.
Not asking you at all.
Did I do
Did I do
something-
something to make this happen?
Okay.
And if my answer is no, it's because my higher power did it, not me.
All right. And
Take
if,
a left.
if all right. Now, if you do you think those things still would have happened even if you didn't attribute those things to a higher power?
Yes.
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 Okay. So, how much value do you think is worth putting into that belief?
Of my higher power?
Yeah.
A lot.
For only in regards to karma. That's all. Only
lot.
in regards to karma.
A lot,
Okay.
because karma, in my eyes, is
But like you said, even if you didn't know about it, it
Right.
wouldn't change anything.
right. Because karma,
Mm-hmm.
in my eyes, karma is not a person, place, or thing.
Okay, I understand that.
It's in my eyes, karma is where
Ethereal, probably.
right. But karma to me is where, like, you're a dick. You put out negative energy.
Mm-hmm.
Negative energy coming back to you. That's
Okay.
karma.
All right, so we do agree on what the that's the general definition of what karma is.
Right.
Which, okay, so that is a layman definition of karma.
Right.
And we do have the same definition. Then I'm trying not one to come off sounding like hostile or anything like, I'm not trying to attack your beliefs in any way.
Yeah.
I just want to understand what you believe and why you believe it.
Yeah.
And not want to make you uncomfortable either.
No.
But is the karma you believe in designed or determined, like, out to maybe teach a lesson or punish someone for something they did?
The negatives that
possibly?
they've done.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
don't think karma's job is to teach anybody anything.
Okay.
I think karma's job is simply you put out negativity, so you're getting negativity back. I think karma
Because I know there is a lot of negativity out there that is brought upon
by yourself.
good people. No, I'm saying good people who haven't done anything wrong and who are, let's just say like an innocent child who
Mhm.
gets cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Is that karma?
It could be.
It could be karma,
Yeah.
but is it the karma of, some people would say, oh, it's the karma of parents or the karma of the child.
Right.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
Because the child deserves it? It's kind of...
It's not, karma isn't deserved, though.
Yeah, okay.
In my brain, karma isn't there to teach you anything. Karma is simply there to put experiences in your life that you can learn from if you chose to learn from them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I suppose it makes sense.
If you take it right in here, we can park it.
Yep. Yeah, no. There was something... Oh, determining if it's true or if it's just...
If what is true?
If karma is true. When determining it, you said that you had to draw a lot of connections, but without actually drawing those connections, things would happen either way, just the way they did. So it's kind of hard to say that karma's a 6, in my opinion. But at least you're not like a 10. Like, karma's the only thing I live for, you know?
Right.
Because... And you said we make it in 20 minutes from the park.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, we should be
We're close.
alright. Okay.
So you're going to go...
That would be good to get there.
To that light and take a right.
Okay.
You go up the hill that way. Yeah, because
How many times have you been the chairperson? What was it called again?
The chairperson? That's correct.
Yeah.
This month, I've done it this month, so we sign up for a month instead of just like an event. Like,
oh, really?
Right.
Okay.
And so...
Is this a speaker speaking, or is this a open?
It's an open meeting.
Open meeting, alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
We will have...
Go over the big book and all, or?
Not really.
Just like, because I know a lot of meetings I go to, they'll go with like the thing of the day.
Daily reflection.
Daily reflection, and then they'll just go off of that and be like, okay, now who needs their things signed so they don't go to jail?
Well, we go off of the daily reflection too.
That's one thing I completely disagree with about having any little hint of, now that's a bad thing for people in recovery to have a higher power in their lives, but any sort of a God in their message at all is that a judge can order someone to do so many meetings of AA when it's obviously not a secular institution. It is a secular institution.
So I don't think it is a secular institution at all.
Well, if there's any mention of God, it is.
So...
And the founders were Christians.
That's fine. Ultimately, you're going to be in your left lane. Because of the light, you're going to take a left. Ultimately, I understand.
But you can ignore all of it and sit in the back. I understand that too.
No. Ultimately, I can understand how AA helps a lot of people.
I can too.
And so, because I can understand how it helps a lot of people, I can understand why a judge would say you have to go to this amount of meetings. Now, does a judge say you have to go and you have to believe all the things left lane?
Or participate.
Right. Does he do all that?
No.
No, you just have to go.
You just have to be there.
Right.
But I still feel like it's taking somebody who is already in a vulnerable situation and then giving them an option without telling them, oh yeah, there's these other options. But a lot of times the judge will also say, oh yeah, plus you have to do these
victims panels
and these actual counselor classes with certified counselors that aren't going to be religious at all. When I was going through all of it, I was not ordered any AA. I didn't have to go to any classes. I wasn't ordered to, but I did because I wanted to be clean. I wanted to be clean, and I think that's the main thing it really takes.
Is the want,
yeah, it's the want.
I was going to say, I've known people who, for instance, one of these people was a drag queen that I know very well. And
I mean, it was peer pressure. Everyone in my counseling group, they were going through recovery, so I was like, I might as well go through recovery too.
Right. But so, she had to go to 4 meetings a week.
Oh shit, I forgot.
She had to go to 4 meetings a week for like 8 months or something like that. And when she first started going, she hated it. She had a similar,
I knew
thought
somebody, yeah.
like you did. And then eventually she was like, well, maybe I should try it.
Well,
And then eventually she goes, so I gave it a shot, and this and this and this and this and this, and it works.
yeah, and
I don't see...
that's almost the definition of indoctrinating someone. Like, having them around.
Indoctrination in my brain, indoctrination is, you're here, so we're going to do this for you, so you are a part of us.
That's
not
part
what
of
happened.
indoctrination. That's called, like, love giving or something like that. That's one way to indoctrinate someone. Another way to indoctrinate someone is, let's say you go to North Korea, and you go to North Korea thinking, oh, this whole communism thing is dumb. And then you're there long enough that it's like the Patty Hearst thing. It's if you know who Patty Hearst was.
I don't.
Yeah. She's an actress. And she's a former socialist activist from the 60s. But and the movie In Time was based off of her story. So, with Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
Yeah, if you ever saw that movie.
Mm.
Okay, sorry. I'm just too many facts.
You're good.
Too many facts. No. Forget the term. It's where you side with your captors. After you're with them long enough, you just start to think, these people have good points. In this case, it's not a bad thing if she stayed sober and if she's still in recovery. It's not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's still a form of indoctrination. Almost court-ordered. Almost, but like you said, she doesn't have to participate, and I know plenty of, I consider them kind of assholes, because you can at least smile and be polite. I know plenty of rude assholes who don't take it seriously, sit in the back, and roll their eyes the entire time.
Right.
It's like, that's just disrespectful, and you're just an asshole. So, I say you have it's not a private venue. I mean, it's not a public venue. It is a private venue.
No, it's public.
And
anybody and their mom can go
on
there.
private property. Anyone can be there.
Right.
But it is on private property, and I think assholes like that who roll their eyes they shouldn't be forced to participate. I think people who are rude shouldn't get their shit signed. It's like, oh, you weren't here. We saw you were staring off in space. You weren't here. You
mentally here,
yeah, you weren't mentally here.
Take a left at the next one.
I'd fucking quiz those people. Okay, what did we say? What did we say 10 minutes ago about this? And then they'd go, oh man, I just want another fix. It's like, yeah, see, you're sick, and we're trying to help you, and you're just pushing us away. You won't even hear our side. And I'll hear any side of an argument. Whether or not I agree is a whole different thing.
There's a boat up there.
Is that Colby?
Right there.
Oh, boat car! Holy fuck! I've never seen a boat car like that before.
He lives in Osaka.
That's fucking
You
awesome.
in your right lane?
That is the coolest thing I think I've seen in a long time. I've always wanted to do that since I was a kid. Make a car into a boat. I mean, a boat into a car.
Take a right.
I mean,
And we're in that church right there.
it's good, I guess. I wonder if he can take it on the lake though. That's.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think it's an amphibious car.
Yeah. They already make amphibious cars. They did it in the 60s, and you can buy them, and they're a boatload of... boatload, I didn't even mean to do that. Boatload of money. They are a boatload of money. Okay, well, here's our stop. See you later. What time do you pick up? Even Cody did that when I didn't have my license. I'm like, hey, do you want to give me a ride to AA and maybe sit in and participate a little bit?
Come and pay attention.